Hello there, team. This quick example is going to show you an alternate way to show flag tags or Boolean tags on a trend viewer. So in this simple example I've got running right here, I've got just some analog input values that I got to go up and down. If I go over here to data tags, I want you to notice that I've got four flag tags here called button 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so if I go to display pages, let's just make this quick and easy, team. I'll go over here to primitives, and in primitives maybe I'll go into the two-state toggles, and in two-state toggles I'll just grab maybe I'll grab this little button right here, and I'll drag this guy here like this. I'll place it right here, and I'm going to right click on it, go to properties, and I want to link that thing to our button tag. So I'll go here to the right side and go to data tags on the right side, and I'm just going to grab button 1 and drag it right here, and that's going to be a value. When I click it above, it'll turn it on. When I click above, it'll turn it on. Click below, it'll turn it off. And so we're just going to do toggle, nothing there. Everything looks good. All right, let's try this. I'm going to click OK, and just for giggles, well, I'm going to do this. Watch this trick. I want to make this smart duplicate this, so I'm going to right click and I'll do smart duplicate one time. I'll do it again, So I just made 4 of them. So let's see if my smart duplicate worked. This one should go to button number 2. Double click. Look at there, team. Button number 2. And this one here should automatically went to button number 3. How sweet is that? That's pretty sweet. And this one should have went to button number 4. Okay, perfect. So I think that'll work for us there. Now, I'm going to go over here to the data logger, and I currently got a data logger running, and this guy's currently showing the temperatures. So I'm going to take these 4 tags over here, and I'll drag and add them to this. I want you to see what happens. All right, so if I go back to display pages, that should work. This button here should take us to the the trends page, and then since I'm playing with an other existing database, if I go to the trends page, whoops, this page right here, I'm going to right click on the menu button and make sure that it always takes me back to the main one, the one I'm doing alternate for this example. All right, so I think that should do it. So I'm going to go ahead and download this to my screen. Whoops, I'm not doing it over USB. I'm going to download over Ethernet. So we'll go here. Yeah, that's fine. And let's see if it works. So download. All right, so it's going to replace an existing database that's running, no big deal. And once this gets done, okay, I'm going to open my web server, and this should be my web page here. Okay, so as you can see right now, nothing's going on. The way this program works is I'll put in some value over here, and then if I turn on my automatic and sort of get these things cranking, and you can see they'll start to work. So that creates there. But if I go to the trends page right here, you can see we got some lines here, team. If I click anywhere on here, it'll show me instantly what those lines are, and you can see that the buttons are all off. Okay, so that's fine. Now if I click somewhere else, you can see it moves around. Notice, yeah, it's like 8:36 at night. No big deal. I'm going to go back to the main button here, and if I turn these on, just turn a couple of these guys on like this. If I go back to the graph, it's really hard to see if anything's on or off here because, quite frankly, what has happened, if I go over here, there's a straight line going straight all the way up. It's really hard to tell because this is the off position and this is the on, up here I should say, so you really can't tell. So if I go back to here and turn off a couple of these, I don't think I'll ever be able to, really can't notice anything at all. 6 seconds here. You really can't see any lines at all here. So here's what I'm getting at. I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to make these map to an integer, and then I'm going to give it some range. So watch this. I'm going to go over here to data tags on the left, and I'm going to I'll click on the last tag here just for giggles. I'll hit the new button here. It should give me an integer, and I'll just leave it as tag. Let's change it to tag _1. Okay. Now, before I do my magic trick, I'm going to go here to the Format tab, and I'm going to tell this guy that its minimum value is going to be -1, and its maximum value is going to be, let's see, 2. In reality, it's going to go from 0 to 1, 0 off, 1 on, but I'm giving it this range. So if I click on the Data tab, here's the trick. If I click on the Data tab, notice that I'm on tag 1. This is the Data tab. This should get updated once I navigate somewhere else and come back. This will get refreshed. But here I am on the Data tab. So here's the trick. I'm going to go over here to the right side, and I'm going to grab the tag called Button 1 and put it right here. I want you to notice what happens to the color of this guy. So I'm going to grab this dude and drag it right here. Boom. Look, this became yellow because it became equal to this simple tag here. And now I have a format min and max of -1 and 2. I don't think this guy has any format. Yeah, on and off. Yep. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to click on this guy here, and I'm going to try. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to right click and do the old smart duplicate. Oh, look at that. Automatically, this incremented to 2 and this incremented. Oh, that's cool. Let's try it again. Roll the dice. Do you feel lucky? Oh, yeah. Let's try one more time. Do you feel lucky? Boom. All right. So great. Now I got my 4 tags, but instead of me monitoring these dudes, if I go over here to the data logger, and I'm going to get rid of these guys in here, and instead of monitoring them, I'm going to take these integer tags and drag them in here like this. Okay? So let's see how this works. This ought to be interesting. Let's go ahead and download this to our particular unit. There we go. Go back here and see if it refreshes here. All right, so I think let me turn it off, and then I can get this thing to start again. So it's cranking along, and if I turn on any of these over here, now if I go to the trend viewer, maybe it's a little hard to tell, but if I click here, right here, okay, so right here, you got 0, 1, and 2. Oh, you know what? Hold on a minute here. Hold on just 1 minute. Since I'm cheating and using this thing from another demo, let me look at something. Because I'm not seeing what I want here. Let me look at this. What's going on right here? Right here. Not what I like. I didn't see the result I wanted. So I'm going to maybe, let me see here. If I double click on that and get rid of this, make that general, do none. This is the normal default. Let's try this. Okay, let's go ahead and try it again here. Boom. See what it does here, folks. All right, so it comes back to the screen here. Let me stop it, turn it back on so it's rolling. Okay, I'm going to click this here. All right, I just got rid of the lines. No big deal. That's fine. It filled in all the way up here for some odd reason, but that's all right. Let's go back to the main. So if I turn on one of these, this guy, let's see if we get, aha, see this? Yeah, this green line right here? Actually, it's not the green line. It's this red line right here, I believe. If I click one time, that color right there is this guy right here. Okay. So if we go back here, turn on another one, we'll go back to here. You can see the green line jumps up. But here's my next complaint. I'm going to make a little complaint here. Right here, you can see the red one's on, but this green line here is off. Now, when this guy goes on, it's at the same level as this, so it's hard to see. So maybe what I should do, maybe I should cheat a little and make the ranges a little bit different. So bear with me. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. If I go back to here and go back to data tags over here, I'll click on tag 1, format. It goes 1 to 2. All right, I'll buy that. If I go here to tag 2, what if I take this one to number 3? And if I click on this one, take it to 4 for giggles. And if I click on this one, take it to 5. Let's just see what might happen with this configuration. Let's just see. So if I download it to the screen, go over here and see what our web server shows like when it reboots. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and You know what I'm going to do here for this one? I'm going to stop this, and just for giggles, I'm going to put all these into the lowest position. That way, I will get them away from that other thing. All right, so they're all at 0. If I click on the trends viewer here, you'll see as it pans on, everything's at 0, but there's some lines in here. So if I click here, anywhere in here, they're all set to 0. Kind of hard to tell, but these are all set to 0. So if I go over here, let me see if I turn one of these on, whoops, not that button, sorry. Click this button here. Okay, so there's the red. It jumped up to there. Yep, that works. If I turn another one on, go over here, I can tell the green here. The thing I don't like about this, and I need to figure out, team, is I was expecting this, and these lines to be all in the same plane, but something's a little bit strange here, and it's got to be with the span. It must move it. Yeah, it must. Anyway, so if I go back to here, turn on these other guys, and go back to here, and we can tell after a period of time, we can actually see them jump up. And if I go over here and quickly turn these guys all off, click on the trend, and you can see they all step down. So instead of them all being lined up, I can tell quickly and easily which ones are on and off. And of course, if I go here and turn this thing back on, get these things all cranking up or down, we'll start to see all kinds of funky numbers. And if we go over here, there's our lines, our straight lines. Of course, you can get all creative and do all kinds of things on the side here. But anyway, my moral of the story is I'm using a formula tag that's an integer, mapping it to the Boolean tag, and then I'm playing with the formatting tab to give it a little bit of a range so I can clearly tell which one is going on and off. That's all this example was. So anyway, hope you liked it. I think I have another video on this same concept on YouTube with looks like a square wave generator. I think if you search for that, you'll find it as well. Anyway, thanks a lot. Have a great day, folks. See you guys.